Okay, so it is Tuesday night, and basically I did not sew at all Sunday. I was feeling kind of tired and really burnt out, so I kind of just took the day off and watched TV and worked on other art projects. And then Monday had a ton of work to do to catch up for one of my other jobs. So today was the first day this week I've gotten to sew, which is pretty bad considering my tight time frame. But I finally got the blazer put together, and it's turning out pretty good. I'm almost done. I'm going to do a nice neat little running stitch by hand all around the edges, and I'm going to work on that tomorrow between bits of work while I'm on break. And then when I get home, I will get the sleeves put together and sewn in, and then the armholes sealed up, and once that's all done, it'll just be the buttons and buttonholes, and I'll have the blazer finished and be ready to start on the white blouse. I'm also going to be getting the mustard knit in soon, either tomorrow or the day after, so if I can finish these 3 items this week, that would be excellent. The custom fabric from Spoonflower is supposed to be shipping in a few days, so that will be all next week. Be focusing on those 3 items. Okay, so it is Thursday morning, not Wednesday night. My memory card was full last night and I didn't feel like emptying it off so I could take a progress video. But yesterday I spent time hand stitching around all of the edges of the jacket. And then because the pockets didn't match, I ripped those off and hand stitched them back on. I only did that with one of the pockets, so what's left is to rip off the other pocket and hand stitch it back on. And then I have to hand stitch the linings down for the inside of the sleeves to finish it off. And then I'll just have to sew the buttons and buttonholes, give it a real good iron job, get the collar turned down right, and then lint roll it really well because it's cotton sateen and everything is sticking to it. As far as all the hand stitching goes, I was not planning on doing it. Do I have time for it? No. But I did it anyways because it just looks more interesting. And from here you can't even tell one way or the other at all. Yeah, you still can't tell. It's just too dark in here. That's alright. The sleeves gathered at the top, which I didn't want, and the pattern isn't supposed to do that, but it did it anyways, and I don't know why. I don't like it. I don't really know. I mean, I guess I could go back and seam rip out the sleeves and cut them down, but I really don't think I have time for that, so I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I'm finishing the jacket up this morning, and then I will go to Joann's and get the fabric for the blouse and get that started today. And then I should be getting the mustard knit in for that top either this afternoon or tomorrow. So maybe I'll still get 3 things done this week. The goal was to finish 4 items a week. So far I have failed miserably at that, but we'll just see. And it's done. Again, it's okay. I think the issues I have with it are because of the pattern. The pattern doesn't fit me super well. I don't know what it is about patterns, but I consistently measure at a pattern size 12, and whenever I make stuff in a pattern size 12, it's always huge on me. I really ought to at least size down to an 8, and I don't know, I know this, but every time I make a pattern, I'm like, I'll just trust the pattern, and it doesn't work out very well. So it's okay, and the fact that it's a little bit looser will make it good for layering this fall. I probably shouldn't have used sateen. Stuff sticks to it. I'm not really sure what fabric would have worked better for it. But I like the length. I like the sleeve length. I like the way the collar turned out. It's really not that bad. It's just not as I had pictured in my head, which is always my problem. But the area that really bugs me is right here at the shoulder seams. It's not lined up correctly with the lining of the bodice, and so it's kind of like pulling and warping. Really bad on that side, a little bit on that side. So, oh well. In other news, I went to Joann's and I got fabric to start the blouse, and I also ran out of fusible interfacing, so they had a good sale going on, so I got 10 yards. That'll last me a few years. And then when I got back, my mail was here, and I think this is the knit for the yellow shirt. So I'm gonna open that now and then get started cutting something out. So this is the yellow fabric I got. It's almost the perfect color, but it's a little bit thinner than I wanted, and it's not rib knit. This was the closest I could find. I literally could not find a mustard yellow rib knit anywhere for any price. Yeah. Alright, it is Thursday, a little bit after 10. You could say I'm calling it quits early tonight. I did get the blazer done and added to the pile, so that is 6 complete pieces, and I'm down to 10 days. And then I got the pin tuck blouse pretty far underway. I'm basically down to the collar, the sleeve cuffs, the hem, and then the front button placket, and then all the buttons and buttonholes. But yeah, that's looking pretty good. And then I just got a email from Spoonflower that all of my custom fabric shipped, so I should be getting that probably not till Monday. There's an off chance I might get it Saturday. So that'll be really cool. Alright, night. Alright, it is Friday night. It's after 1 again. How do I keep doing this? Actually, this time there is a reason. I got home from work and I took a nap, and I didn't wake up until 7, and then you know you're screwed. So, I'm not even tired yet. Anyways, I'm almost done with the blouse. I just need to do the buttons and buttonholes. I don't know what it is about buttons and buttonholes that makes me want to go to bed, but I will finish that up in the morning. And then I've got my mustard yellow fabric ready, and I should be able to get that shirt done pretty quickly because I've already got the pattern basically made, which puts me at a total of 7 items. And yeah, oh, and because apparently I felt like wasting some time, I made a giant chart of all of the different outfit combinations I'll be able to make because I'm a very visual person, and I was also bored and didn't want to sew. So I'm going to bed now. Okay, so when I was making the black knit shirt, I had a lot of problems with the rayon stretching because it was a very unstable knit, and this yellow mustard fabric is even more unstable. But I did some research, and some people recommend using tissue paper as a stabilizer because you can buy stabilizer strips at Joann's and places like that, but it's kind of an unnecessary expense, feels like to me. So I already had a ton of tissue paper. I'm going to try it out and see how that works. That may be a huge savior because the warping and the stretching that happened with the black t-shirt was pretty unprofessional. So I'll let you know how it goes. And here's the yellow shirt. And as you can see, I am getting pretty excited to start wearing these clothes, like, for real. The yellow shirt turned out pretty good. The fit and the pattern I don't really have any complaints with, other than the fact that the collar kind of turned into a bit of a cowl. It was supposed to be stretched a bit smoother than this, but the shirt that I was modeling it off of was a rib knit, and I wasn't able to find any rib knit, and this looser waffle knit fabric, it didn't hold the same shape. So, but you know, that's a minor complaint. The fit is really good. As far as the test using tissue paper as stabilizer, I feel like it would have been a really good hack for a more stable knit, but as loose and unstable as this is, it sewed fine, but I don't know how well it's going to hold up long term, especially once it starts to melt in the wash. The other negative of it is that I can feel it in the seams. It's a bit itchy, so hoping that it does melt in the wash. I think that for looser knits like this in the future, I'm probably just going to try and use the actual professional, you know, interfacings and stabilizers, and there's other things you can do too. You can sew a thin ribbon into the seam, or you can use a narrow piece of elastic. So I think I'll try that. Oh, another thing, see, it's stretching at the shoulder seam, so this is like falling down my shoulder already instead of being right up top where it's supposed to stay. So, and that's why they usually want you to reinforce the shoulder seams a bit more, which I did not do. So, you know, the pattern's actually pretty good. The construction, I could have done a few things differently, a little bit better job, but I'm still pretty happy with it. And all things considered, this waffle knit I really like. It's actually got an interesting texture, and it's very lightweight and airy, so it's not going to be super hot. It'll be good for layering in the fall. This piece, this individual piece, I'm actually really happy with. Shocker. So that's 8 items done? I think that's 8 done. And I've only got a week left, so I mean, I'm not bragging, like that's not great, but here we go. It's Saturday night and I am done with 8 pieces. And it's really nice to see some color on that rack, even if it's just a little bit of yellow. I'm getting a little bit bored with all the navy and gray and white. I finished 3 pieces this week, which is below my 4 per week goal, but better than the 2 items I finished last week, so all good. I also have the fabric ready to start cutting out the plaid shirt, which I'm hoping will go fast because I'm basically going to use the same pattern from the white blouse. By the way, what do you think? Is the white blouse sleeve too short? Yes, it is. It's going pretty well. I'm still supposed to get the printed fabric in on Monday. Tomorrow's Sunday, so I think I'm going to spend the afternoon trying to whip up that shirt and then hopefully have it done before I get the printed fabric in the mail so that I can get going on that. I was trying to calculate time for this next week, and basically if I can do the 3 pieces with the printed fabric with no delays, no mistakes, no extra drama, by Saturday I should have finished the plaid shirt and the 3 printed pieces, but I think it's completely unreasonable to think that I will get any more done than that, which leaves me with the camel slacks and the burgundy sweater and the green cardigan. The slacks I could definitely live without, but it does kind of ruin the 15-piece aesthetic to not have. But the cardigan and the sweater are absolutely essential because they're going to be really necessary for layering and for getting more looks out of each combination. So I haven't exactly figured out what I'm going to do with that. I think there's a few options. Either I could phone a friend, I could have somebody come over for the last Sunday, that September 30th will be the last day of the month. I could have a friend come over and help me just whip stuff together for the last day. I don't really love this idea because it's not me making the whole thing at that point. And also it would be kind of hard for me to organize and have things ready. It's not just, here, go make this. It would be a bit more involved than that. So I might not actually be saving as much time as I think I would. Another option would be to just eliminate those pieces. So I just failed. I flunked those pieces. Which again, that's fine, but for the purpose of, the whole capsule wardrobe, is you want to have the versatile pieces all in place, and if I don't finish items, then I won't be able to make combinations with them, so that would kind of hurt me a little in my soul. The third option, what I might go with, is to go ahead and start the capsule, go ahead and start wearing only the clothes that I make for the month of October, and then spend the first few days in October finishing up those last few pieces at the same time that I'm, wearing the other pieces. That is an option, and that may end up being what I go with because I don't really see a better way to work around this. I mean, 15 pieces in a month was kind of a insane proposition even for me. So, yeah, I will check back in next week. Saturday, September 29th. See you then.